Yes lads, how you doing? Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Now today, boys and girls, I'm going to bring you guys the Leicester versus Brighton match preview and predicted lineup. So then, boys and girls, it's another very quick turnaround then for Leicester as we're straight back into Premier League action this weekend, coming off the 3-2 loss to Tottenham last time out in the Premier League, where I still can't get my head around how we didn't at least get a point from that game. And yeah, by the way, I'm still fuming. However, it's match day 20 of the Premier League season as Leicester welcome Graham Potter's Brighton to the King Power Stadium. Looking at Leicester's opponents then for tomorrow's game at the King Power Stadium, Brighton and Albion, the mighty Seagulls. They are currently unbeaten in their last 5 Premier League games, and last start they picked up a 1-1 draw against Chelsea, currently sitting in 9th place in the Premier League table, 2 places above Leicester. And it's fair to say Brighton are the last minute goal specialists, and for Leicester, we cannot really defend in the last few minutes, or defend in general really. So yeah, Neil Maupay last minute goal tomorrow is probably going to happen. So with all that being said, boys and girls, and without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. Let's talk Leicester and Brighton, and let's get straight into the match preview. Right then lads, kicking things off then, you guys know the drill. Of course, going to start off by going through my general thoughts then going into tomorrow's game. So in my opinion, it's very difficult to even predict how the game's going to go tomorrow. I think the main thing is how do Leicester respond and bounce back from that result on Wednesday night. And just quickly talking of Wednesday night, I just want to say a massive thanks to all the support on the Matchday blog. It's nearly at 25,000 views, which for me, you know, is pretty decent. But obviously, you know, it's pretty much full of Tottenham fans, but nevertheless, a big thanks to all the support on that Matchday vlog, boys. But yeah, back onto what I was saying then, boys and girls. How did Leicester respond then after that result on Wednesday night? Because, you know, if Leicester are winning tomorrow's game 1-0, 2-1, 3-2, and it lasts like 2 or 3 minutes in the game, it's going to be in the back of the players' minds what happened on Wednesday night. It's just a case of how do we go above that, rise above that, and defend, and, you know, hopefully secure the win if that does happen. I think it's going to go one or two ways. It's either going to work positively, you know, Leicester are going to come back, bounce back, get the 3 points and the win against Brighton, or it's not going to go so well. Leicester are just going to, you know, still focus on what happened on Wednesday night and really just suffer and probably losing the game and just not really look like ourselves. So yeah lads, let's hope it is the first one, because, you know, we really need to get the win tomorrow. Of course, Brighton then currently sit in 9th place in the Premier League table, and Leicester sit 11th. A win for Leicester wouldn't take us above Brighton, it would take us above Aston Villa back into 10th. But 1 point behind Brighton with 2 games in hand, which, you know, could be absolutely massive. You know, the teams who Leicester are probably going to battle with towards the end of the season are probably going to be teams like Brighton, Aston Villa, Wolves, maybe West Ham. So yeah, in my opinion, boys and girls, tomorrow's game is going to be pivotal in Leicester's remainder of this season. And it's definitely not going to be an easy game at all, because Brighton this season have been a very, very good side. Leicester and Brighton have met 2 times this season, 1 time in the Premier League at the Amex, where Brighton did win 2-1 in a very controversial game. You also met in the Carabao Cup a few months later, where Leicester beat Brighton on penalties at the King Power. It's going to be a very close and competitive game tomorrow at the King Power Stadium. Leicester going to have to work very hard if you want to get the 3 points, and overall it could be a fairly tight game, or it could be very open. It's going to go one or two ways in my opinion. I mean, Brighton defensively look very strong, a lot of tall players in there who are definitely going to cause Leicester some problems from crosses, set pieces, etc. with lots of Maupay, Trossard going forward as well, that causes some issues. But I think Leicester, with the pace in behind with lots of Lookman, Barnes, Daka, we can really get out that fairly slow Brighton back line. It's going to be a very interesting tactical battle between 2 high quality managers in Brendan Rodgers and Graham Potter. The crowd tomorrow will be crucial as well for Leicester. Sadly, I won't be going to the game tomorrow, so there will be a match rush, but the crowd is going to be crucial, pushing the boys on and hoping to get a big 3 points. And of course, after the game on Sunday, we do have a slight break, the winter break. It's about 2 weeks until our next game, so, you know, ending off that with a win and 3 points will be crucial for Leicester going into the latter part of the season, where we come back for a big game against Liverpool away at Anfield. But overall, boys and girls, I'm fairly-ish confident going into the game. I can see Leicester getting the 3 points, but I'm still pretty uncertain at the same time. So it's an interesting one tomorrow. But as always, boys and girls, I'm going to hand it straight to you guys in the comment section down below. What are your thoughts and feelings going into tomorrow's game? And let me know down below. So then, as moving things on then, it's now time to look at some stats between Leicester and Brighton. So Leicester have only lost 3 of their last 17 home league games against Brighton, winning 11 and drawing 3, most recently a 4-1 loss in April 2014. Brighton's 2-1 victory over Leicester at the Amex Stadium earlier on this season was their first ever league win against Leicester, playing 9, drawing 2 and losing 6. Brighton have scored 4 goals in their last 2 meetings with Leicester in all competitions this season, more than they scored against the Foxes in their previous 9 meetings combined, 2017 and 2021. So again, then, boys and girls, that is the main stats sent from Brighton and Leicester then going into tomorrow's game. But it's now time to look at the main headlines then from Brendan Rodgers' pre-match press conference yesterday at Seagrave. Leicester City have no fresh injury concerns then ahead of the visit of Brighton on Sunday. Kieran Dewsbury-Hall has recovered from a cramp in his calves, and James Justin came for his first game in nearly a year. Well, Daniel Marte is also back and available. So yeah, lads, for the first time in seems of forever, Leicester have no fresh injury concerns, which you know is a massive bonus. And the main man himself, Mr. Daniel Marte, is finally back, Ghanaian excellence, and you know, based on Wednesday night, we need him back, straight back in that centre-back slot. And talking of the team then, boys and girls, it's now time to get straight into my predicted lineup then for tomorrow's game. So, of course, this is a side where I think Brendan Rodgers will go to start against Brighton tomorrow at the King Power Stadium. As always, boys and girls, I'm going to hand it straight to you guys in the comment section down below. What side should Leicester go to start against Brighton? Let me know in the comment section down below. But yeah, lads, kicking things off then with the formation. I'm going to reverse back to the 4-3-3 formation because, you know, I think on Wednesday night playing 5/3 at the back it just didn't work. Of course, starting things off then in goal then, boys and girls, we'll be going with Kasper Schmeichel. Simple as that, really. No need to really discuss Kasper in goal. Moving into the back four then, right back, James Justin, in my opinion. Yes, he came out from injury, came against Spurs for around 30-35 minutes and looked pretty good to me. JJ starting from the start and maybe bringing off around 60 minutes into the game. Centre-back partnership, Hamza Chowdhury, one of the centre-backs for me. I thought, you know, he's not a natural centre-back, but I think he's better than Vestergaard and Soonchu, so that's pretty standard. So yeah, Hamza's one centre-back. Alongside Hamza, we'll be going with Daniel Amati to return back to the side after the African Cup of Nations. So yeah, Hamza and Amati at centre-back, and at left-back, we'll be going with Luke Thomas. Moving into the midfield three then, boys and girls, so you know, this is fairly attacking, but I'm going to stick with this. First of all, we'll be going with Kieran Dewsbury-Hall in the box-to-box role. For, you know, Kieran's been excellent really since he's, you know, came into the side, has that fight in midfield, just wins the balls, progresses the ball quite well. So for me, Dewsbury-Hall in the box-to-box role alongside Youri Tielemans. Now, of course, Youri was shocking against Tottenham. I have to say that it was his fault for the third goal which Tottenham scored, giving the ball away stupidly from kickoff. But yeah, I'm going to go with Youri in the box-to-box role alongside Kieran Dewsbury-Hall. Like I said, you know, it's fairly attacking. Obviously, Dewsbury-Hall and Tielemans aren't really too defensive. You have got the option of course, Boubacar Samore, or maybe Hamza moving forward and stick Soonchu back. But I'm going to stick with Dewsbury-Hall and Tielemans, and in the camp, we'll be going with James Maddison. And finally, boys and girls, moving into the front three then. On the left-hand side, we'll be going with Ademola Lookman. Obviously, he's probably been our most productive player most recently. So for me, Lookman on the left-hand side. On the right, we'll be going with Harvey Barnes. Now, obviously, the right-hand side isn't his most natural position. We've got options in Albrighton, Iosi Perez, but I think, you know, Barnes, although it's not his natural side, I think he'll do quite nicely, and I think he could potentially link up quite well with James Justin. And of course, lone striker, where we go with Patson Daka. No other option. Also scored against Tottenham. He's got that pace in behind. So for me, Patson Daka to start up top. So again, boys and girls, that's my predicted lineup then for tomorrow's game against Brighton. Obviously, Kasper in goal, Justin, Amati, Hamza, Thomas at left back, midfielder, Kieran Dewsbury-Hall, Tielemans, Maddison, front three, Barnes, Daka and Lookman. Let me know your thoughts on that in the comment section down below, boys and girls. But yeah, wrapping things up then, score predictions then for the game tomorrow. I'm going to be pretty pessimistic here. I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw. Now, that's me being realistic. Obviously, in my heart, 2-1 Leicester win, something like that. But yeah, I think a draw tomorrow is probably what's going to happen. But for me, Leicester have to get the 3 points. But that's just my opinion. So yeah, boys, let me know your score predictions for tomorrow's game down below. So then, boys and girls, that's it for today's video. Of course, in today's video, I bring you guys the Leicester versus Brighton match preview and predicted lineup for tomorrow's game at the King Power Stadium. If you guys have enjoyed today's video, let me know by dropping a like. Subscribe as well to the channel if you guys haven't already, and let me know your thoughts and opinions going into tomorrow's game in the comment section down below, boys and girls. But I'll see you all for the match reaction after the game tomorrow. Like I said, sadly, no match day, but yeah, boys, I'm in Sportsa, and I'll see you guys very, very soon in my next video. Peace, guys.